Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave of the day, and today we're going to be using Crowne and Crane's Thuringian Forest. Yep, smells like a forest. We got evergreen with a little bit of loamy in the background, with some hints of some floral in there, some hidden away. Pretty nice. And then when you lather it up, you definitely get that loam and that evergreen coming through. Right across the thing. Not bad. Lathered up pretty good. Probably could use a little bit more moisture in there. It's like, kind of soaked it up a little bit. Just a little bit of more in there. There we go. You can see it's got a nice sheen on it. It'll get the job done. And then we're going to be using the 1960 Gillette Fatboy with Personna blades, 4th use on those. And we're going to be following up with some, well, let's see here. There you go. The Avon Tai Winds with the King. Yes. Interesting scent, this Tai Winds. It's kind of like high karate. You get some of the kind of a green, loamy, powdery scent coming across with a slight bit of floral. I'm just seeing how it mates up with the Thuringian Forest. Alright, we got about 24 hours of growth on the face. I hope everybody's day is going good. Yep, it's almost that time. Crazy times almost here. Yeah, we're getting ready for the old fair. So we'll just see how that one works out. Oh yeah, it smells good. It seems like there's a little bit of lavender in here. Not much. It's just like I'm getting a hint of something floral, but it's not heavy. You know. It's the way I like my florals. If you gotta put a floral in, make sure I barely smell it. You get too much of a floral scent and it's like, what? Yeah, gives me a headache. Probably why it's like when I'm what is it? Taba or Tabak or whatever you want to pronounce it. It has a tendency to give me a headache. Not bad. Let's see if this. I should check what setting this is on. I feel like I got moved when I was cleaning it. And yeah, we're on setting 3. Well, that's alright, I guess. We'll live with that. Yeah, this was my dad's Fatboy. He got way back in the day. This would be, wow. 60. Wow, that can't do math this morning. Like crazy. And I just say the earliest memories I have of my father, I guess it would have been, we were going out. I was just a wee lad, maybe 2, and kind of torqued him off a little bit. My older brother and I would have been about 4 at the time. We were going out, and we were dressed up. We had our fancy shoes on and outfits, and well, our brother and I were kind of roughhousing a bit, being young lads, and one of my shoes came off and went in, because around both sides of the door, because they had to high steps and then step down out of the house, and we had those like Yule hedge on both sides of it, and my shoe went flying into it, and my dad had to go hunt it down and dig it out, and he was cussing a storm up. He wasn't too happy. I'm one of the first real memories I have of my father, and I should have done all this memory stuff back for Father's Day, but and that was kind of funny in a way. Kids being dumb. That's all I have to say on that. Like my own kids didn't do something like that. At least I didn't have a hedge I had to go crawling into. Yeah. It was like when you start hearing the German kicking loose, it's like, uh-oh. And my dad grew up in both his parents spoke fluent German, and he could speak German too. Some of it passed on to me when I was young. I could understand stuff pretty well, the gist of stuff, but never did take any German classes or anything for formal training to learn the language. It's just funny, like my grandfather when he would come to visit, one of the brothers would do something dumb, he'd start cussing them out in German. Yeah, I always remember my father, before we moved to the farm and everything, he used to work for Lund Boats. I don't know, it's like a popular manufacturer of boats, small boats in the United States. They're out of Minnesota. And he'd come home from work and it'd smell like resin. It's something I remember to this day. That stink smell. When he worked there, he had to wear, clothing and respirators and stuff because he was working with fiberglass and resin. Worked there until we moved to northern Minnesota. And the funny thing is that they'd have these aprons that were vinyl, and my dad would bring them home every once in a while. My mom broke out the sewing machine, cut them up, and turned them in including my aunt. Used to turn those things into all kinds of decorative pillows. It was like a vinyl, looked like leather, faux leather. But yeah, it's like my aunt. She'd make them look like ducks. Geese. She was a big into geese. So she had all these pillows and stuff that she made out of those things, and looked like all the time having them around. Yeah, not bad. I got plenty. I got enough to in the thing. Just got obviously put enough on the about a quarter size amount of soap isn't more than enough to get the job done for Crate lather. Blech. Something in my mouth. I got a hint of mint. I wonder what that is. Oh, for the time, you know, it's like when we lived there. Sort of grew up. I remember my dad, he would, oh, I said this before, he was a pipe smoker. And he would smell, yeah, he'd come home and sit and smoke a pipe. Which was interesting back in the 60s. It was about, I think it was 69 is when he decided to quit smoking. I remember that. He was, I'd say, very agitated. Oh, that feels pretty smooth. Soap is very similar to Sterling. Never tried Crowne and Crane. Pretty similar. Personna blades, fourth use, are working good. Got a nice smooth shave so far. Fatboy is doing its job. Just curious what everybody's earliest memories of their father is, if they remember. Like my wife actually can't even remember too far back. She doesn't even remember living in Africa. She was born in Africa, so moved here when she was 5. I remember the night my dad was over at my uncle's shop. He had a auto shop. He would repair vehicles, build stock cars, trailers, you name it. He was a fabricator. Stuff he learned from his dad, who owned a shop. Put to good use when he was in the Army. Yeah, they were working on a stock car, and my dad, my uncle, and Jack came out and piece of pipe they were working on, and it went flying across where my dad was, and this bar goes right across the face. Smashed him in the face. Off to the hospital he went, sewed him up. He was all cut up in the face too. What is interesting is like similar look to what I had. Amazing how things work out that way. Pretty good shave. No tugging with that blade. I think I can get 5 out of it. There we go. Right there. All right. Tired. Not much sleep last night. Kind of tossed and turned. Got up early. I think most of it because my wife was like flopping like a flopping crappie last night. Alright, so let's see. Alright. This is probably the first thing you ever see. Look up Tai winds. It's very, like I said, it's very similar to like High Cry, which you can't find anymore. Ooh, that came out pretty good. Yeah, that married up pretty interesting. Oh yeah, I'm getting the mint. Getting some mint now. Definitely a powdery note to it. A little bit of almost aquatic in a way. But it's marrying up pretty decently with that Thuringian Forest. So that would be Avon's, not Wild Country, but Tai winds. So there you go. Yeah, it's not new to me, but it's new for on the channel. Alright. Thuringian Forest by Crowne and Crane. Nice little scent too. That works good. I like it. So definitely reminds me of being in the pine forest when it's nice and warm and you're smelling the loam and some of the florals coming out like from flowers and stuff blooming. Yeah, it smells good. I like it. And that would be, we got the Personna blades, Platinum's 4th use with the Gillette Fatboy. There you go, 1960. That would be the shave of the day. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.